Merchant Taylor's School to the north of London, where sport is high on the curriculum and where inspiration came with the publication of a new book entitled No Limits, written by the European Tour's Ian Poulter.
I'm good. Good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to Merchant Taylor's.
Thank you very much indeed. Why now? Good question. You normally write books at the end, not kind of halfway through. And obviously being 38, playing 15 years on tour, I probably figure I've probably got another 15 to go at least. But I think it was good. I think it was great to be able to bring out all of the stuff in the past that perhaps a lot of people didn't know. I've kept some stuff which I've put in the book, which I think might be a surprise to some people. But it was great to get it down on paper.
As honest and brave as he is on the golf course, so Ian's autobiography presents an insight into some of the more painful details of his family life, including the tragic death of his cousin at the age of 13.
The first chapter was difficult because, I really hadn't talked a lot about Gary before. I think reliving, those memories, they were hard to talk about because I hadn't really discussed him in any great length or detail before. That was the toughest bit, and the rest after that was relatively easy.
Ian has never been a shrinking violet. He thrives on the biggest stages. His passion for golf has won him universal support, yet it wasn't his first love.
There was very much football.
That didn't take that very long, did it?
I wanted to play for Arsenal. Get in there. To get a trial, it's pretty funny now looking back at Tottenham. That didn't work out. Unfortunately, my skills weren't quite good enough. So, at that point it was, okay, if I'm not going to play football, let's play golf.
And football's loss became golf's gain, but it was no easy path. Poulter emerged from humble beginnings, and satisfying his appetite for golf required long journeys in the car, accompanied by his dad.
It was Stevenage Golf Club on a Friday night. A couple of guys would have to go, put the ball in the slot, and obviously wait for their turn first thing in the morning. So that meant, a couple of nights on a Friday evening, I'll be sleeping in a car with my dad, waiting for the early tee-off time, and that was very much our weekends. Pulling my dad's trolley around the golf course, watching him chop it in the rough and chip it close and hole apart. I mean, it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed the way I've been able to make it in the game of golf. I play with passion and I play to enjoy the game, and then whether that's golf or snooker or whatever it is, but I play to win, and that is something which I've had from childhood. And I think you should, whatever it is you're doing, you should play and try and play it to the best of your ability.
Golf correspondents the world over have variously described him as brash, very driven, colourful. But to a man, they've enjoyed his company.
I think I've got a good relationship with him. We've had fun through the years. I'm going to be the first one to admit that. I've been very honest with him from day one. I don't like just batting normal questions back and seeing the journalists roll their eyes. So I've always give them pretty much what they want.
And where controversy has crossed his path, Poulter has dealt with it openly in his book. Rarely does he seem to bear a grudge.
The fact that I read the world ranking Monday after Monday after Monday, I gave a visual comment to a golf magazine saying, Tiger Woods is #1, and when I reach my potential, it's going to say Tiger Woods and Ian Poulter. And obviously that's how the Tiger and me thing kind of just unravelled into several months of difficult press, a lot of ribbing from, teammates, friends, other golfers, which I can take from them. But obviously, the months and months of, the same thing in the papers kind of gets old quick.
He's charismatic. Yeah, answered everything really well.
He's modern, it's what the game needs, and it's great to see people like him doing well in the game.
There's a lot of boring golfers. I think it's good to have a character in these kind of sports, in any sport in fact.
That was the hardest chapter in the book, to be honest. There are a number of golfers that move the needle, and when you look at golf today, Rory McIlroy, Ricky Fowler, Bubba Watson, and you can go through the guys to see how people gravitate to them, because they are the personalities in golf.
There's only a handful of players that have got that something about them.
He's one of my idols because his Ryder Cup and is really inspiring, and he's really passionate about it, and I love it.
Ian Poulter, magician of the game.
If you want to do something, just be like him and believe in it.
I have no regrets. Everything's a learning curve for me, and I play the game. So, if I make mistakes, and I've said many things, which There's things that perhaps I would take back, but you know what? It's a learning experience, and life is a great learning experience, and you know I learn by my mistakes.
And golf is glad to have him. Ian Poulter, always a man with a story to tell.